Welcome back, folks, to another episode of The Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend, Kev. Kev, how are we tonight?
Happy Monday, gang. Hope you all survived your work days and ready to have a little fun, because I'm here. I'm excited, man. I spent a lot of my weekend in the Dweeb laboratory working on cooking up some new things for us.
Shout out to Kev for all the new content. Like, I'm gonna clap him in. Killing it on the new content. And it's helped us. Kev, big news. When we had the show last week, we were at 134 subscribers. And we'd been stuck for a little bit. Not anymore, folks. Kev helped us scream past it. We have actually got to 139. So instead of cheering, we're going to clap ourselves. 135. Now we're on to 140. The march to 500 continues. Praise be to Kevin.
All for you. It's all for the people.
Praise be
I
to
tell you
Kevin.
what, I'm having a lot of fun doing it, trying to get my schedule lined up while we're here, while we're talking about it. And thank you all who have tuned in. Thank you for all the comments. I've been going back and reading them all. Been giving you some love from the official Dweeb account, not from mine. So I'm working my way through that. So I appreciate all of you. I've got 2 preview reviews this week to record. They're both going to be Christmas themed. We're going to knock out Red One and Hot Frosty. I will probably do that all in one session. We'll get them out to you. And I've got some clips that I'm editing and working on. So if you're in the Discord and you have that ping, that announcement going off, just a heads up, gang. We have only just begun, which really makes me want to watch 1408 now. But anywho, James, I'm having a great start to the week.
Yeah.
So many fun things to talk about and a few things maybe for me to rant on. But how about you, brother? How you doing?
So good so far, man. And as Kev talks about all his new content in the pipeline, it is time to announce we are going to have a live show tomorrow.
That's right.
One-off. This is a one-off. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, same time as right now. We are going to launch, and I don't know when this will come back, the next time it'll be, but it's for now, it's just a one and done. Our Detective Dweeb show. Okay, Detective Dweeb. The first episode is The Curious Case of Neil's Hair. Neil from the new Star Wars show Skeleton Crew that comes out this December. We have to figure out what's going on with his hair. And there's nobody better to figure it out than these 2 Detective Dweebs. Me and Kev, Sherlock Holmes and Mr. Watson. He's Holmes, I'm Watson.
That's right. Our private eyes are watching you, Neil,
Yes.
in your funky little hairline. Embrace the bald. That's all I've got.
We got to figure out what's going on. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., Detective Dweeb. Someone snatched his weave is correct, Headbug. We've got to figure out what's going on. Then a one-off episode tomorrow, Detective Dweeb. Detective Dweebs are going to figure this out. Going to get our little eyeglasses out and figure out what the fuck's going on.
That's right. We're working on the logo. It's a couple of private eyes that are also eggs. The crime scene is a movie set. We're working on it.
Catch us tomorrow, 6 p.m. Come join us. What up, Arles?
What up, Arles? It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. All right, Kev. Back to tonight. Got a pretty loaded slate here. You almost did a video on this, but I said you should hold off. Let's do this live, right?
That's right.
We've got
well worth it.
Political boys issues, which is weird to me, but we're going to discuss that. The goal is to catch the weave snatcher, Headbug.
How fitting that we're talking about weaves right before this segment.
Right. If you live in a hole, which most people don't, and especially in this political climate, it's pretty impossible to not live in a hole.
Unless you're a filthy hobbit.
You would have missed last week that Mr. Donald Trump, one of the presidential candidates, went to a McDonald's and served fries and burgers to passers through. People coming through the drive-through paid for it all, right? Okay.
It's amazing. They don't touch the fries with their hands. Did you know this? It's amazing. All the fries on me. Okay. Tupac said that.
Whatever your political affiliations are, this is a real thing that happens. So, in my opinion, it was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. I don't care anything about the politics of it. I thought it was hilarious. We get some controversy surrounding the boys. Okay. The boys tweeted this out. Vought International tweeted this out. Growing up, Homelander dreamed of working at his local Vought A Burger. Recently, his wish came true as Vought shut down a restaurant and staged pre-selected customers so Homelander could serve people food. I don't know why all the quotations there. It's weird. Thanks, Homelander, for showing everyone how you're a true man of the people. Obviously, Kev, this is straight up mocking the political events of real time of Donald Trump. Kind of funny. Come under fire, though. Some people are not very happy about this, are they?
No, it has been part of a greater trend, honestly, over, in my opinion, at least. And this is why I wanted to bring it to you and the crew to see, maybe it's just my corner of the internet that seems to be progressively, pun intended, by the way, getting more upset with the boys as each season goes on, as if, hey, you're making fun of this side of politics too much, as if it hasn't been a show that has been very overtly making fun of as many people as it can throughout its process. It's not like they haven't mocked celebrities with the not only the stupid song they did during the pandemic, but they mocked the Kylie Jenner Pepsi Peace thing. Like, they have, to my calculation, taken shots whenever available at whoever is doing things currently.
So the idea is essentially a political satire show.
Hasn't it been like the whole time, right? Like since season
the whole
one,
time, the whole show,
right? Am I losing it? Are we losing it?
I'm confused. I'm confused that why are we mad now?
I think because Homelander is the bad guy, which is a funny thing, because how many characters in the boys are good guys? Like, that's again part of the, it's what happens when you don't watch shows and then you just take clips out of context and say, oh, you're making fun of me.
Did I get kicked out or did Kev get kicked out, folks? I'm interested. Looks like I think Kev got kicked out. I'm not sure exactly. If people can comment here. Let's see. Yep. Kev is down. Guys, I think we think we lost Kev. I think Kev lost power up there. We're just gonna leave him there because it looks really fucking funny. Oh, Kev is down, folks. Kev is down. I thought it was me for a second. I guess this is the perfect time to let you know Stu has popped in early today, 9 minutes in. Leave us a chat. Join us. Kev, we finally lost him there. Join the Discord, like, subscribe, get us to 140, all that jazz. Looks. Hopefully SEAL Team 6 didn't get Kev. Hopefully he didn't just get doxxed. The progressives got him. Oh shit, we lost him. We lost him mid-rant. The SEALs got him. Yeah, back to the boys here until we inevitably find out if Kev can make his triumphant return or not. It's an odd thing for them to get mad about over this Trump comparison. The boys has been mocking politics since season 1. It's all the show's about. A lot of political satire, a lot of making fun of real world events. what the comic's about. It's an odd thing for this tweet, to be what pushes them over the edge. There's no video associated with this, I don't believe. Just a tweet and a picture. Odd deal. I'll look up some other. I want to look up some other times. I haven't watched the Boys political satire. That's what I'm looking for. I haven't watched early season Boys in a minute. So let's see here. Oh, I don't care about the backlash. I just want to know when. Let's see. Here we go. The Boys plunges into political polarization. I need a reminder. I should have looked a little more. You dealt with one girl who's trying to become the president. There's all that shit. Like, it's all there. It's hard to find any article on this without it just being mad. Odd thing for people to get pissed off about, my opinion, is this tweet. Very, very odd. But they're always going to be pissed off about something. So what do you do? No sign of Kev yet. I think he is dead. I think we lost him. I think the SEALs got him. Poor guy. He is a good friend of ours. Unfortunate for him. Let's go. I want to wait for him to talk about that, see if I can get him back. We're going Venom talk next. Venom, The Last Dance, debuted. Is this going to switch me over? Sure don't look like it. My little computer is fighting today, too. Hey, we did it. Venom, The Last Dance had the worst box office opening of the trilogy this weekend. Opened to 51 million. Not horrific. We have Kev. We have news from Kev. Power went out. That's why you don't buy a house. Don't have to worry about these kind of things. My internet is not doing great either, is it? I can't get comments up. Just tried to wait it out. That's not good for me. It says power went out. Getting internet back on now. We lost Kev. I clicked on it like 5 minutes ago. I'm having some computer issues too, which is great.
Dang dirty people
Kevin.
Who disagree.
So
with
Venom.
me.
Oh, I think we're getting him.
Yeah, they locked me out.
Is he coming? Come on, Kev.
Am I here? Am I not here?
I mean, it also could be my computer right now. That's a little
Say, is it? Did I just tag my computer problems onto you?
It's mad. Oh, come on, buddy. Don't know.
I'll try again.
Anyway, Venom, 51 million first weekend. Domestic sales were expected to reach 65 million, cost 120 million to make, including marketing costs. Kev, are we back?
I think so. Can you see me and hear me?
I can't hear you.
You don't see me on screen yet?
Maybe it's my computer.
I'm
interested here. I'm going to turn this volume on here real quick.
I can leave and come back. This is what what
Kev, I can't hear you.
Okay. Well,
1 second, he says. I'm going to have to close some stuff down. My computer is struggling right now. We lost him again. Dead. Gone. Okay, Venom. I'm trying to keep this show on the rails right now. We've fallen completely off the rails. Venom, 51 million last weekend. Expected to make 65. 14 million down from what they were expected. Production cost of 120 million, including marketing cost. First Venom drew 80 million first weekend. Venom sequel, Let There Be Carnage, 90 mil. Talking roughly, damn, that's bad. Just half, barely over half of what the second one made in the third one. not performing well either with critics, not getting great reviews. Huge missed opportunity. Spoilers for anybody that is going to see it. Spider-Man is not in it at all, even after the tease in the second one and the little bit of a tease in the end of the Spider-Man movie when they transport him back. Huge missed opportunity to include some Spider-Man. Headbug, you went, huh?
Oof.
Oh, it looks like my shit's frozen. Yeah, my camera's frozen. Didn't like it at all, huh?
Yeah, that's
interesting.
I'm not surprised. I'll be honest. I didn't even watch the second one. I was not impressed enough with the first one to ever come back.
Looks like my camera is frozen on my end. I cannot tell. I'm going to do something here real quick.
All right. All right.
All kinds of technical difficulties tonight, folks.
Happy Monday, ain't it?
All kinds of them. Jesus, computer. What is going on with you? Close these tabs up. Shouldn't be this bad. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I can't tell.
I think I cursed it by
which
praying.
Is not good. It's frozen. Sure is. Sorry for the technical difficulties here, folks.
Yeah, maybe we might be restarting this bad boy.
Not good.
Because I don't actually know if anyone can
what
hear
is going on here.
I don't think so.
I'm going to restart Chrome completely. You guys are going to lose me for a second here. Yep. Completely frozen up. Force it.
Okay, there we go. So it sounds like, looks like I am still here. Thank you, Headbug, for confirming. So sorry for the problems, gang. We're going to hit the old restart button here in a moment. I have no idea what happened. Rest in peace to the poor squirrel that just jumped into. Probably has a bunch of nuts hidden up there. And my power went out for about 1 second. But of course, it took a lot longer than that for the internet to get back up and running. But welcome to the show. I think we'll probably restart the whole boys thing and get back into that conversation. But to put a cap on the Venom of it all, I think what I was saying before was just I watched the first one, major disappointment to me. Newsflash, don't think very highly of too many Sony products, especially when it comes to the Spider-Man universe as a whole. It's been a long time, and even though I appreciated elements of Andrew Garfield's portrayal of Spider-Man, and everybody loves him now, right? Now that we've had that revisit and he's a beloved character now, distance makes the heart grow fonder, and those movies were far from great. What has Sony done recently with the Spider-Man IP that has been any good, or any of the Spider-Man adjacent stuff? So, and maybe it was just too late for Venom. Maybe they missed the window because Deadpool came out and was so popular, and therefore Venom, for any casual fan, anybody who didn't know what was going on, they were just going to think Venom was a Deadpool ripoff. So Venom was kind of fighting an uphill battle this whole time, but what a disappointment in general. I think you said it, maybe Headbug said it, that it was that the part 3 was disappointing number-wise, financially. I think that's how you summarize the whole trilogy. Just a massive disappointment. So much potential with the character like Venom and all of the other characters that surround that idea. You could have done great things with Venom without ever seeing Spider-Man. And Exhibit A, I will present to you HBO Max's The Penguin, which doesn't have so much as a Batarang in it. Yet it's great television. It doesn't need Batman to be good and to add depth to the universe. There was so much there just with Venom that they could have done well. And it doesn't sound like part 3 is going to be what brings me around to finally watching this. So I am sad to hear about it being a disappointment. But to some extent, I have to believe if Sony fails enough times, James, eventually they will make major changes and stop being so bad at this. So
I think Sony crashed my computer because we're making fun of Venom.
Oh, that might have been it.
My Google Chrome went psychopath there. What a stream for a Monday, huh? Congratulations to us. Really killing it today.
All that added pressure. Stu found out he has an avatar now, and he's just
oh baby. The Venom character is interesting because they've messed him up every single time, like I heard you mention. Not just this trilogy, but even the Tobey Maguire version wasn't any good.
Oh God, dude. Yeah, well, when you cast Eric from that 70s show as your intimidating villain, you have lost. I'm sorry, but you've lost. When Eddie Brock is Eric Foreman, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
who made that decision, Sam? What are you doing?
I've not watched. The only one I've watched is the first one of this trilogy, and it was fine. Man, what's up? What up, Nate?
What up, Nate? I mean, I don't mind the Tobey Maguire movies. That's also
I don't mind the Venom version. Him as a character is interesting.
Oh, come on. Sony doesn't have DDoS money.
All the people they've laid off. They laid off all those Bungie employees. Now they do.
Headbug hates the Tobey Maguire. Oh, I love that we're not all in agreement on this one. I have a soft spot for Spider-Man 1. I thought the Spider-Man Sam Raimi movies got progressively worse as they went on. I have a soft spot for them because of nostalgia. But if we're all being honest with ourselves, Blade is who's really responsible. You can't just give Sam and Toby all the credit. If it wasn't for Wesley Snipes out here, the first 2 Blade movies didn't even have Marvel in the, like, they were trying to hide that it was a Marvel project so people would actually watch the damn movie. Like it's a shame how that's come full circle, and now there won't be any more Blade movies. But that is maybe a topic that we come up with that comes back later. But goddamn Venom, bummer.
My internet is crashing, or it's going wild. Just a heads up in case I lose me again. God dang.
Heard. No worries. I'll be ready.
Fuck you, Google Chrome. Fuck you, Google Chrome.
God damn you.
God dang. It's taking up so much RAM. It's just killing me.
You think Firefox does any ad programs? You know, we can chill out. We can say, hey,
I need to chill for something.
This show brought to you by a different web browser.
I literally have a single browser open right now, and it is the Google Help Render is just smashing my poor little computer.
Well, I suppose let me see if I can get our visual aid pulled up. Do you want to go back to The Boys?
Yeah, and I'll try it here. Let's see if fuck it. Let's just really blow my computer up. Yeah, Headbug William Dafoe was awesome. Weeball. I said a little bit before mine all lost out. It's crazy that this is the final. This is what really pissed him off. Like, no video with this, nothing. It's just a tweet. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if it's this is what pissed them off. I think last season is what quote pissed them off. Like, you've got folks who have come up before, especially during Acolyte season, someone we got compared to occasionally, or maybe not compared to, but someone who critiques we actually aligned with, but not really for any of the same reasons on the Acolyte. So the Critical Drinker, you know, he shit all over this season of The Boys because it was too woke, which to me, again, I think he admits in his review that he didn't even watch it, that he's basing his video on other people's reviews of it, which I think is fucking bonkers. But that's not here nor there. I think what's happening is because the show is getting more and more popular, and because they go full kayfabe with their tweets, and they do a bunch of tweets in character and all this stuff. I think it catches some of the folks on Twitter who might not be as bright, and they get super offended by it, because what I was saying before the Illuminati shut my power off was that
they got me too, dog.
Was that this show, to my knowledge, has been going at both sides whenever possible. It might not be even, but also it's sort of been reactionary. Like, it's using what is going on during the time of filming. So it's sort of like,
it's just really the live action version of South Park.
There you go.
Different style, but South Park has made a living on this. South Park, the only difference is South Park can turn their episodes real fast, like the week before, where you can't do that with this, but there's no difference. Also,
it's a great point.
It's a TV show. Who gives a fuck? The comic, the whole show in the comic is political satire.
Yeah, I don't like politics in my entertainment, James, unless that
then watch a different show.
Everything I believe. Yeah, right. There's the dude. We have.
If you don't like politics and shows, that's fine. I'm perfectly sure. Go watch something else. Don't watch this one. The show wasn't ruined by politics. It's all it's about. It's mocking it.
It'd be like saying, dude, I hate this House of Cards show, dude. It makes the Senate look so shitty. Like, bro, that's the show. Go watch something else.
And I would
like, dude, I hate Sports Center, man. All it is highlights from what happened in sports today. Like, don't change the fucking channel.
I like that Headbug points out the obvious. It's not real. It's about flying men that shoot lasers out of their fucking eyes. Piss off. Isn't that what British people say? Piss off. Like, fuck you, Americans. Like, like first world fucking problems. You can you don't like politics in your shows, perfectly acceptable, right, Kev?
Yeah, perfectly absolutely.
Yeah. Go watch something else.
Just
not the show about politics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, piss off, pricks.
Wanker.
Oh, we're so back. The show is so back that we had technical difficulty. We are finally back and alive. You fucking wanker. Go watch something else. Truly. What a deal, man.
It's so silly to me.
So silly.
Can't understand it. Just learn to take a joke. How about that? I feel like that's good advice for everybody. There's your free post-internet crash advice. Just everybody just chill the fuck out and enjoy television. That's why I didn't watch The Acolyte. Didn't watch. Boom! There it goes. Yeah. That's a good one.
We took a real bad one. They got us there.
And that's why we're here. Which actually, I'll use this moment to mention to the squad. I'm working my way towards The Acolyte. It's going to be a longer project, but I did just put a new playlist together on our channel, the entire Ahsoka series review. So going back to our preview when we had John on with us, going all the way through the end of season 1.
The first episode ever.
Yeah. So if you ever just want to go back, the goal being anytime we review a show from beginning to end, if you want to just go back and hear our thoughts, it'll be there. The Acolyte will probably be the crown jewel of that playlist project, though, because we talked about it a lot. We did a lot of work for that one. Unlike the people who got paid to work on it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Mute me, James. Here we
go. Speaking of shows being shows and not real life, okay. Got this one from the past week. We didn't talk about this last week, did we? No, because last week.
No, we did not. I talked about it a little bit on Sunday. I'm glad. This is awesome.
Did you? Okay, cool.
We're popping this.
Perfect segue. Perfect segue into this. John Turturro didn't reprise his role as Carmine Falcone for the spinoff series of Penguin. I did what I wanted to do with the role. in the show, there was a lot of violence towards women, and that's not my thing. We do not condone violence towards women or anybody at all, period. End of story. We'll make that dweeb's official stance. I don't need to go any farther with that because that's the truth. However, Kev, this is a TV show. He didn't want to play a TV character. Again, talking about things that aren't real. He didn't reprise his role because he didn't want to portray that in a TV show. What are you? I mean, you sound like you. Headbuck says, "We the women, we stand by you, the women." But this is a load of bollocks. I agree, Kev. I want your opinion. I think it's fucking horseshit. Like what?
So
you make not only as an actor.
Yeah, not only do I agree, but this new version of this tweet has led me to a conspiracy theory. So let me just say first, I will reprise some of my thoughts here on this one. It's a role. I don't recall Jack Nicholson ever swinging an axe at Shelley Duvall once filming was wrapped up for The Shining. All kinds of insert your own joke here or there. You know what I'm saying? This is it's your job. As I said before, it's weird to say I didn't want to play the villain role because he was doing villain things. But the other part, press X to doubt, as of this moment, and I am up to date as of last night's episode of The Penguin, we have not seen Mark Strong's version of Carmine Falcone do anything to anybody. It is all implied violence. Sure, it happens. But John Turturro
not showed it on screen.
Was the one with his hands around a woman's neck. So if anything, it could be guilt for the violence that he helped portray, but that's not there in The Penguin. Mm-hmm. But also, James, where he says this, I did what I wanted to do with the role. In the show, there was a lot of violence towards women, and that's not my thing. I know what happened here, James, because just to give everyone the timeline who hasn't been there, this is what we were told to start. There was a scheduling conflict, and the studio went with Mark Strong, right? Because Turturro had a scheduling conflict. Then, boom, show opens up, hot, goes out like gangbusters. Everybody's into it. Great. All of a sudden, John Turturro comes out. Too much violence towards women. I didn't want to play the role. Now I'm also hearing I did what I wanted to do with the role, and there was too much violence. This to me sounds like my buddy, sophomore year in college. He comes into my dorm with a 6-pack of beer, talking about how his recent breakup was totally mutual because you know what, man, like I can't do long distance anyway. I got to focus on my music career. He's got all of these list of reasons for why he totally wasn't just dumped by his girlfriend. I think HBO.
You're going to say it, aren't you?
Know what? Mark Strong is a way better Carmine Falcone than this sidekick from Transformers would ever be. And we're moving on from you, Johnny T. That's what I think happened here. And now we have sour grapes.
He's telling me it's a bad breakup? It's a bad breakup?
That's right.
Oh, no.
Nothing. I've never experienced any of this personally, okay? But something tells me this might be where we're at.
God, it would make talk about a bad John. Talk about Dear John. Oh, we got a bad breakup on our hands, folks. We got a bad breakup. Bad breakup on our hands. Oh, fuck. Sound like he's trying to put a bad stink on the show and possibly make people hate it. And now he's backpedaling. I about fell apart there. Oh, no. He didn't get in. Was mad. Talked shit on it. Then the show was good. Then he was more mad.
Dude, those people are lame. I didn't want to go to that party anyway.
Yeah.
I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, that party wasn't
sound familiar?
It wasn't that cool.
Yeah.
It is.
I wouldn't go.
Oh no.
I got this thing out of town the next day. Yeah, it's fine. I'm busy earlier, so I'm just gonna do my own thing. So it's cool, dude. I didn't want to be invited. It's fine, actually. Actually works out.
Oh,
it's better for me.
That's it, isn't it?
Yep. That's what I think.
Kev nailed it. We got him.
We got you, you son of a bitch.
Sorry, Mr. Turturro.
He was washing
his hair that day.
He had a doctor's appointment. He couldn't change it. He already rescheduled twice.
Oof. Damn. Nice, Kev. Good catch. That's brutal. Poor guy. Yeah, poor sap.
A fisherman always spots another fisherman from afar. I know a cope when I see one, James. As a Notre Dame fan and a Cubs fan, I have talked myself out of many a bad weekend.
Didn't like her anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Mutual. Whatever bullshit excuse you want. Got to focus on my music career, like you said. He had a women's fantasy meeting that day. Oh shit, Kang, what's up? You missed all the tomfoolery of neither of us having computers that worked at the beginning of this. Show may have went in dark for a couple minutes, but the screen never turned off. So here we are. We found our way back. I didn't really want to do the show. I didn't want to do the show tonight. Yeah. I did everything I wanted to with that character, with that James character on the Weekly Dweeb. Did everything I wanted to with him. Didn't need it tonight.
There's too much anti-ball
fucking right.
I just didn't want to do it.
Oops is yeah, right. Ripsy Daisy is woof. Oops. Big yikes.
Oopsie.
Poor guy. John. I want to ask him about all other movies. Was he okay with all the destruction in Transformers?
Dude, in Secret Window, he plays Johnny Depp's hallucination version of a murderer. But that
was he. So he's not. So he's okay with murder.
Wasn't a problem.
So we have to take everything at face value with him.
You guys are so mean.
Let our stance be made about the Acolyte too. Dweeb hates the Acolyte. That show fucking sucks. That's on record. If we didn't get to that over 10 plus hours of content on that fucking shit show.
I wish I had more hands.
No fucking
so I can give
kidding.
it 5 thumbs down.
He's got a weird movie history. A lot of shit I don't recognize. A lot of it. He's in the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show. Is that a TV show or is that a movie with?
They made a TV show of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. First of all,
was it a TV show? Well, no, it's the I don't know if is it a TV show or a movie. It's with Childish Gambino as the lead actor. Oh yes, TV show.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm back again. You lost me for a second, and now I am back.
You don't know about this? Hold on.
I probably blocked it out of my memory because I didn't want to believe it.
Yeah, whatever,
you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself doing bullshit remakes. A2 Gambino. I mean, live his life. It came out already? Jeez. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think I'm almost positive the whole thing is out. Let's see here. 8 episodes. Yeah, it came out in early February. February 2nd. Was the first episode. It is 8 episodes long. I don't know if it got renewed or not.
I mean, it's got pretty good scores actually. Maybe it's
I don't know anything about it other than they made it.
So that's a weird project to have made into a TV show. If memory serves, weren't Brad and Angelina
Brangelina
and Angelina Jolie married at the time they made that? I feel like that movie doesn't get made if it wasn't made with them. It was just everyone was so swept up.
It's not. It's one of those you just turn your brain off and eat popcorn.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just sort of I guess I didn't realize we needed 8 episodes of that. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
It was fine the way it was, and I didn't even I don't even think it's not old enough to be warranted. What are you just gonna do more CGI stuff with the action scenes? Like, it wasn't that out. I don't know. Like you said, it's a mindless action movie. It doesn't really need to be revamped at this rate. Only 20 years later, I don't know. There was probably something else I would have done if I had somebody else's money to spend, because clearly, I mean, this is again one of my complaints. What was the story that someone was dying to tell, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? This just felt like, name recognition.
It's a Netflix and chill film. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
I will always support Childish Gambino. So here we are. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
We'll look into this. I don't know if it's any good. Let's go back to his movie. Is it movieography? That's not right. It's not the right word. Just look at this. Oh shit.
Filmography, probably. Maybe.
Filmography. Shit. Yeah, you're right. I want to go back. Now, how do I get back to this? This is what I was looking at right now. How do I get to this? How do I go back?
It's maybe maybe we're just too old for computer.
Too old for computer. Correct. We can't even speak. Here we go. Batman, Big Lebowski, Severance. Never seen Severance. Heard it's good. Mr. Deeds. Oh, Brother, Where out there? There you go. There's a throwback.
Dude, no, he has great roles.
Weird disguise. He's in Transformers. Rounders. There's a fucking banger. There's Secret Window, like you talked about.
Mainly, Cars. I think, known for his comedy roles, but like he definitely has range. Like I think he's a good actor. For my money, as I've stated, Mark Strong is just better at being an imposing gangster. He's also been in multiple Guy Ritchie films, so he's had the practice.
Also, the villain in the Green Lantern movies. Badass.
Oh, I forgot.
Fellow egg. That's anyway, right. Mr. Turturro, we're calling your bluff. Bullshit. It's a bullshit.
Got hosed. It's all right, dude. It happens.
Oh, my computer's going wacko again. Let's see here. What else we got today?
It's those cursed John Turturro films on the screen.
Fucking John. He's DDoSing. He's attacking me now. MCU news.
Ooh.
Paul Bettany confirms Vision series starts filming in 2025. Long time after WandaVision, which is odd. However, it's not the news I care about. Ultron is returning, Kev. James Spader is returning as Ultron. Spader has not done very much in recent years. Great villain. A little underdeveloped, but he plays the villain great. What are your thoughts here, Kev? Going back to the well in the MCU.
My real name. I'm the fucking Lizard King. Those are my thoughts. James Spader, phenomenal actor, one of the
awesome
goats.
Actor.
One of the few non-Michael Scott bosses that I actually enjoyed in The Office. That season is kind of a train wreck, but Robert California, I don't think, is the big problem. Goddamn, James Spader was hilarious in that. I think he fits this version of Vision, the one that's kind of been built by Bruce Banner and Tony Stark. I think it makes sense that he kind of has that attitude, because that's the meme, right? That he beat me by 1 second. Mm-hmm. Clearly, you've never made an omelet. So you could make the argument that, it's James Spader is a little bit too much of a smartass, but I think it fits very well with the character as it was created in the MCU. So I thoroughly enjoy him in that role. And Ultron is another character that kind of just got the shit end of the stick in the MCU. They could do so much more. We've seen it. We've seen glimpses of it in the What If stuff, right? Like they could have done so much more.
He's awesome in the What If, which he also voices, I believe. I think. I'm not sure. I mean, you take that back. I'm trying to find out what the fuck he's done since then, and it hasn't been much. I don't know if he's done anything since then. That's what I'm trying to figure out here.
And Kang, thank you for adding to my list. I know Crash is one that I know that I need to watch, but I'm going to add Secretary on there.
Seems like he's done the Blacklist.
Oh, was that the show of he was the dude in the hat, right?
That might be it. So I take it back. I don't know if he voiced. I don't think he did voice Ultron in What If. I don't see it on here. He has done very little since Age of Ultron in 2015. He's done the Blacklist. That's it.
That's wild. He works when he wants to, I bet, at this point. Gang says young James
Spader was fine.
Dude, that's funny. Especially, we just saw the Big Lebowski pop up with the John Turturro stuff. That was the same story for that dude too. At one point, he was like the sexiest man in the world, and then Big Lebowski being a thing like him. It's wild, dude. Some of these old dudes you would never know.
That's interesting. I'm stunned he hasn't done anything since then. That's crazy. So you're pumped he's coming back for sure then. You're excited.
Oh, dude, yeah. Sign me up, man. I think one of my biggest fears with the MCU currently is that they don't have good villains. They really don't have. If they did, they wouldn't have turned to Robert Downey Jr. to come save their fucking franchise. And even the one villain that they had, we've talked about before, they were cutting themselves off at the knees when it came to Kang the Conqueror. So, and there's nobody else right now other than that, except for,
they've struggled post Thanos very bad.
Yeah, they've got nothing going. So Vision, by its nature, is the type of villain that could come back. It's conceivable. So I'm all about it. And it's also the kind of role where you don't need anything physical from James Spader. So he can just do the talking.
He can voice the shit out of it. Yeah. And he's
just going to be a million robots anyway. So go for it.
Let's go hypotheticals here. How the fuck is he going to come back? So I think he's an easy one to bring back, that he was just always alive somehow, right? Like he was just hidden in some code somewhere. Very easy to bring him back.
Yeah, I think so.
Makes sense that you'd bring him back with Vision, because this White Vision, as he's unofficially known, doesn't remember his previous life because he doesn't have is it the Soul Stone that was in his head? I don't remember which one's in his head.
The Mind Stone.
Mind Stone. Yeah, I said soul. That's not it. It's the Mind Stone. There's a lot of stones out there. So assume he's going to be on some trip to figure out who he is, and he was conceived as
like a Vision quest. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh fuck. Was he conceived? Was he originally part Ultron? Is that right? Like, wasn't part of his data, and then it was Jarvis inserted into it, and then they stuck the stone in his head, and then Paul Bettany was born, Vision.
Yes, and that is actually how Paul Bettany was born too. Yeah, biopic. Yes, at one point or another, I can't remember if it was. I think it was built. Was it built for Ultron? One way or another, evil Ultron took the body and it had intended to transfer his consciousness into it. So at one point he was going to use it. But I do believe, its original creation was as part of that. So they're going to have some, I'm assuming there's a possibility that there could be some Ultron code in there. But I can't wait for them to have that logic fight. So far, two of the best scenes in MCU television climaxes have been Kang telling Loki a story in his office and two versions of Vision having a conversation while witches throw energy balls at each other outside. So I'm very excited for this dialogue heavy climax of this show where two robots just maybe play chess or something. I don't know, but I'm going to be there for it. I'm going to be thrilled.
His actual death is very well done. He dies in Infinity War, right? He sacrifices himself.
Ultron? No, Vision. Yeah.
Vision, yeah. I'm talking Vision. Sorry, you were talking Ultron. Sorry, yeah.
Yep. He sacrifices himself and then fails, and then it's not quite as beautiful the second time.
Correct. I don't know if they needed to bring him back in WandaVision. Thought it was. I don't know. I'm indifferent on it.
If that's a good point. I certainly didn't need or want to have Vision back. Wasn't a gap that needed filled in my enjoyment of the MCU. But now that they're here, and considering that it's part of the WandaVision trilogy, I kind of trust, pun intended again, I trust their vision here, because Agatha's been really good. So yes, there we go, Arles.
Agatha all along has been good, right? Like I am very not caught up on Agatha all along. It is good, correct? I've seen people say it's some of the best MCU content in a minute.
I would agree with that. I think it's been some of the best writing. They set things up, and like the details match up with previous episodes. So there's long-term storytelling. It got very deeply developed characters. Like every character feels very important. Even the ones you don't get to spend a ton of time with. And part of that is because the show in itself isn't being told to you in a linear way. So you're getting to hop around a lot, and therefore you can learn stuff about characters even after maybe their piece has been removed from the board, so to speak, which still really fleshes things out. I don't know. I have really enjoyed it. I honestly, going into that, I assumed that show Oz and Agatha, that we would get very Penguin heavy over time, but week after week, Agatha all along has been good. I'm looking forward to the finale.
That's awesome. Love it. Now, other MCU news, I forgot this, but Spider-Man 4 is a go. Tom Holland returning. It's really about all we know.
Great.
But
another
more MCU
great
news. I am excited for. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
They left a cliffhanger where everybody forgets he exists, so I'm interested to see how they address that.
Yes.
But
Spider-Man,
God, does it feel like it's been an eternity? Feels like it's been forever.
Maybe it's because not so much of that stuff has hit. The last Spider-Man film was such a disappointment to me, the last Tom Holland film, that maybe I'm just not really yearning for it. Now, Spider-Verse.
You talking about the one? Spider-Verse is fantastic. You talking about the one with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in it?
Yeah.
Or the one before that.
The cameo fest, right? The Doctor Strange movie.
That's what I'm here for. I'm fucking here for cameos, motherfucker. I don't care about the story.
I don't mind a little Space Jam 2 moment here and there, but I don't want the I thought that movie, it really didn't fulfill my expectations, and it was another reminder for me to always keep my expectations low. So for me, I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine. Whenever you get around to a Spider-Man 4, I'm not really hurting for it personally. But
I think the MCU is hurting for it right now.
Yeah, I guess that's
the MCU is hurting. They've struggled.
And they do. I mean, if they have a good story in mind, that Peter Parker is set up to finally be the Spider-Man that I think people enjoy and like the most. I don't think it's as fun, despite how good Tom Holland is. Great at playing Spider-Man. He's so good at playing Peter Parker that he literally never plays anyone else in any movie. That's all he ever plays is Peter Parker. Go see my outdated and admittedly low on energy Uncharted review, and you will hear me rant about that for several minutes.
Never watched it. You don't need to watch it.
He's a great Peter Parker. That's not who Nathan Drake is, but I digress. The whole fact that he is alone now, he doesn't have Tony Stark's money and souped up spy. Like
friends of girlfriend don't even know who the fuck he is.
Yeah. They gave him an Iron Man suit almost out the gate. Like the whole point about, or maybe not the whole point, but one of the better parts that makes you root for Peter is how resourceful he is. He's building his own suit. He's building his own
friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
He's a freaking genius. He's a scientist. He's not just Tony Stark's ward. All right. He's not the MCU Robin. So he's finally, after 3 movies and several tie-ins, it's been a decade and a half, and the longest origin story of my fucking life is finally over. And we have Peter Parker Spider-Man in a way that he could be enjoyable, where he's set up to be the heart of the MCU. So
they need him.
They need him, but they need it to be good. So I would rather them not rush it and actually find a good story to tell. You got to get this version of Spider-Man right.
He says, all I can tell you is that it's happening. Super close to having creative. But I think now we feel confident that the idea is strong enough that we can finally say that this is going ahead. This is Holland said on Good Morning America. Continue. We're going to shoot next summer. Idea is crazy. It's a little different than anything we've done before. So shooting next summer.
So they're going to do a grounded, small level sort of.
Who fucking knows?
Different. Your last film had multiverses in it. Okay.
Sony added an untitled Spider-Man movie to their slate July 24th, 2026. So everybody assumes that is it. So that's probably it.
Oh, Sony.
I cautiously optimistic, I guess.
Yeah.
All AI, no actors. Cautiously optimistic.
Kang brings up a good point too when she says I can't keep up with Marvel anymore. It is a lot.
I don't know how
shows and the movies.
They overdid it.
Slow down.
They really overdid it on the TV shows. Star Wars had the same problem for a little bit there. And they were required viewing, most of them. And then, like you said, they didn't even work together. The Doctor Strange movie. How about the cautious optimistic and the curmudgeon?
We need a new phrase. Yeah. Well, we might want to. The acronym for that doesn't play out well for us. So
we got to work on it. We're not
something
smart.
Else.
We'll work on it. We're not very smart. Yeah, there's too many TV shows of varying quality, and they contradicted themselves between Doctor Strange and then WandaVision. Post Thanos MCU has been pretty much a shit show, I would say, of varying degrees of quality.
Agreed. What do we got? Let's play the game. What have we liked post Thanos?
Moon Knight.
Yep, there we go. Okay.
Really its own thing, not connected to anything. You can literally watch that without watching anything.
Yeah, and it's just a great, also carried by a great actor, one of the more popular actors out right now.
Yeah, Oscar Isaacs, he's fantastic. The first couple episodes of WandaVision, not the whole thing. Can I pick do that?
Yeah, I'll jump in and just give WandaVision, so that way.
Okay, you'll take WandaVision. Then I will take the Spider-Man cameo movie because I love that movie. Because really, just because Andrew Garfield finally got his due, I think.
I did enjoy that element of it for sure.
Definitely not the Falcon show. That was trash. The Secret Invasion show was fucking horrifically bad.
Talk about an AI nightmare. Yeah, that was bad.
Ant-Man's not good.
Yep.
The Kamala Khan TV show, I watched like half of it and I'm just bored. Like, I don't think it's bad. I'm just bored. I guess
did not watch. Thank God that didn't come out when we were doing a weekly dweeb show. Can't make me watch it. I won't.
The Marvels movie, I have not watched.
I refer you to my previous statement.
I gotta get a list. Like I don't MCU movie, MCU post Kang. She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Bad.
That's not on it. So we still only have 3 as of right now.
Loki.
Put Loki on there. Yeah, there we go. And hey, we got 2 seasons of that. So we got that going for us. That is 4 things.
I'm looking up. I literally have to look up and see. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you got to pull it up. You're hoping at
I
this
literally have to
point
pull it up.
that someone can remind you of something because none of it stuck with you enough on its own. I'm just saying there's a point to be made there.
I know, that's the problem. Is Shang-Chi post? Can't remember.
I don't even know. I have never watched it.
We can't count it if we don't know. Shang-Chi's good. The Black Widow movie is post, technically a prequel now.
Yep. Oh yeah, Agatha. Okay, Agatha is good.
Agatha,
that one on there. I like that.
Yep,
so
that is post. At least 5. That's the problem. Is we are really struggling. when pre can't like leading up, it was a lot of good stuff. I finally found a list in order.
We still on 5, by the way. It's all right, Harms. It's all good. This is
I've got a list now that I'm rolling through. God, I forgot Cloak and Dagger was a show. Jesus. Okay, here we go.
Real bad between this and Star Wars. Tough life.
Going stuff released post Avengers Endgame. Black Widow, no. WandaVision, we've got on the list. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, absolutely not. Loki, yes. Marvel What If doesn't count though because it's not technically canon.
Oh, I would count it. I mean,
Marvel What If
aside, I'm just talking about did they make something that was entertaining?
Yeah, Marvel What If is good.
We'll give them What If because they're not hitting for a great average.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I will claim that one. Put that one on there.
Claim it. 7.
Eternals. I forgot about this shit fucking movie.
Dude, everyone has, I hope. Staying on 7. I'm not adding that.
Hawkeye. Well, I enjoyed Hawkeye as a Christmas show.
Whew, okay. I mean, I'll give that one to you. I did not. This 8 is easier. I was not a huge fan of Hawkeye, but it's I don't know, man. When you do stuff on Christmas, it's like, my standards get lower because who cares? I'm just happy to not be sleeping in the snow.
Moon Knight, we did. Spider-Man, no way. We did. Doctor
Strange. I think we are stretching now. See, Headbugs.
Yeah,
that's a reach.
We're stretching. Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, no. Mrs. Marvel, no. Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's a no from me, dog. That was the
not
most
as good. It's not as good as Ragnarok.
And for all the stories that we get in life, now this maybe isn't a Marvel critique, but we've seen, for instance, The Hobbit gets turned into 3 movies, and then now they're going to have a Gollum 2 movie or whatever the hell they're doing. This particular story, like Gore the God Butcher, is a Thanos level villain that deserves way more than just 1 2-hour story. You can't set that villain up and pay it off with any sort of it's not going to be anything close to what it could have been in just 2 hours. So I think that for me, Thor: Love and Thunder is one of the biggest failures since Thanos for me, because it had a lot of potential. It could have been a great story, and they just shit the bed.
Great, they got fucking Christian Bale to join the MCU, and they have
and that's what you get Christian Bale for.
Fucking really cool scene, the all black and white scene on the planet. It's dope as shit, and they don't really do anything with it after that.
That encapsulates the whole movie and the whole premise. Dope as shit. They didn't really do anything with it. Too Gollum, too precious.
She-Hulk, no. Oh, here's one we missed. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Oh, God, you want to talk about missed opportunities? That movie's a no from me. That
one's hard to judge because of the circumstances surrounding it.
I was going to say, I understand the circumstances. If people want to put that one on their list, fine.
Tough.
I'm not going to argue against that, but they could have done so much more with Namor, and a lot of the decisions made in that movie just don't make sense. It just overall wasn't a great movie to me.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it. I wanted to. There were certain moments I couldn't help but feel strong emotions because of what we knew about the actor and the homage that was paid, but that can't bail you out. These years later, thinking back on it, was that an enjoyable, like, was it a good film for my money?
Well, we didn't remember it for the list we were trying to figure out.
Didn't even remember that it happened. So it's gonna be a no.
We did Quantumania, no. Captain Marvel, no. Guardians 3, yes. I'll put that in there. Secret Invasion, no. The Marvels, no. Echo, I've not finished.
I think we're at 9.
I mean, then we're getting to like Deadpool and Wolverine, which I don't really count yet. Although I really enjoyed that movie. And Agatha All Along, that's your last 2.
Yep, which we had Agatha on the list.
I'm not giving Deadpool and Wolverine to the list because those are pre-established characters.
I would agree. I was just about to say that. I was like, Deadpool and Wolverine I'll keep from the list because they did 3 of those movies before Disney got their hands on it. So I don't really want to give them credit.
They did like 10 X-Men movies before. Yeah, so we're looking at about a 40% success rate, which by school terms, if you are in college, you failed.
I thought we were going to get noticed for the 8-hour tier list. We'll get there. That would be that will be fun when we get to that. But yeah, the success rate is not very good. And the only thing Disney contributed in my book to Deadpool and Wolverine was they probably were the ones who were a firm no on TJ Miller. And, with or without the heinous things that he's been accused of, just getting rid of him was a definite addition to the trilogy. So good riddance.
Mm-hmm. All right, enough MCU talk. We didn't need to do a stream. Last thing.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings news. Animated news.
How many movies is this one?
This one's one, just an animated movie that we've discussed before.
We have a journal from Tolkien's bathroom. He's got just 5 pages of personal notes. We're going to turn it into 8 films. It's going to be awesome.
Christopher Lee is returning as Saruman in Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim. You hear that little sound in the background, or is that my computer?
Is it Christopher Lee's ghost telling you not to do this?
It sounds like it. Don't fucking make fun of him.
Telling that.
No, we had to pivot, Harles, or we'd have been here all fucking night. And Headbug only has 1 week of enjoying daylight savings time before us, so can't stay up all night. They're going to use archival recordings of Christopher Lee doing line readings from the Hobbit film. Thoughts on this, buddy?
As I said in the Discord, I'm a little torn on this one because on the one hand, I get it because Christopher Lee reading names out of a phone book is better than most of the acting we see in 2024. However, no, thank you. Please, God,
passed away in 2015. For
stop?
Anybody that doesn't know the backstory here.
Yeah,
we've talked about this a lot on Han Shot First with Ray Stevenson, the actor of who played Balin Skull. So we've talked at length about this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we talked a lot about was how we want him to be brought back in an animated show, preferably Star Wars Tales of the Jedi specifically, and how it's very easy to bring somebody back in animated form because you can get a different voice actor and still tell their story. You have an animated show here. Animated movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not Christopher Lee. I know this looks like a real life portrait. It's not Christopher Lee. That's an animated. That's a drawing. Okay.
Pretty good. That's episode
Why
1 right there.
The fuck are we not casting a new actor?
Is there no one out of the however many billion people walking this planet Earth, there's not one person who can do a good enough Christopher Lee impression? I just refuse to believe that.
And it can be.
I'm all about trying to make it sound close if you want, like to emulate and pay homage. I'm fine with that. I don't think everybody who plays the Joker should try to sound like Mark Hamill, but if you want to try to get there, best of luck to you. When that day inevitably comes. I mean, I think he's done doing that, but like, just why can't you find a talented voice actor who can sound a little bit like Christopher Lee, or just do their own thing and make the role their own. You know, Heath Ledger didn't try to do a Jack impression when he played the Joker, and it wasn't iconic that he just got to do it his own way. If you're going to continue to repurpose these characters in this story just so you don't lose the rights to a dead man's tale, then for the love of God, learn how to repackage it. So for me, it's just I have no problem with the drawing looking as much like him as I get the idea wanting to have his legacy carried on somehow, some way, but to just use B-roll and or unused readings from other parts of a story, we've already seen how well that works in a Star Wars sequel, have we not? I mean, I get it that it's audio, but it's unnecessary. Just hire an actor, you cheap bastards. Is that what it is? It's cheaper just to use the rights to a film you've already recorded.
You think you hit it on the head, man. It's just cheap and lazy, right? It's
certainly
not hiring somebody else. Like I'm sure we can do a quick YouTube search and find somebody that's even, I don't need them to sound exactly the same. I understand that unfortunately he passed away almost 10 years ago now. That's okay. Like life happens. It's coming for all of us, but headbug rings, like we've talked about this, but use somebody else, man. Like, what are we doing here? Using unused footage, the voice from it. Like, what are we doing?
It's our whole issue with a lot of stuff right now. It's just repackaging. It's too many people have money that needs to be made and don't have a story to tell. And so much of the streaming apps are responsible for this, by the way. They all got the wrong idea. Netflix promised us something they could never deliver on. They were never going to be the one-stop shop for all media. But now everybody's got to get into this streaming service, so they all have to own these rights. They have to continue to just manufacture this shitty, Henry Ford-esque goddamn streamlined production and put shit out when there aren't stories there to be told, and it's just awful. And the best they can do is say, oh, you guys liked this 20 years ago, so you'll probably tune in because it draws you back to a simpler time that you can never get back to. You can't do it, so don't let Jeff Bezos take more of your money with this lazy bullshit. And to the people who love these stories and want to continue them, I'm sure a lot of them would rather be allowed to use their own creativity. I don't know. This whole thing sucks. Just write your own story. Make a new story. There are probably thousands, at the very least hundreds of self-published novels going out every single day. Not all of them suck. There are certainly great writers out there right here, right now, today, that are writing stories that would be worth adaptation to the screen. Go pay somebody to find those and quit digging up these old stories that would really be better served just to be left alone for a while. If you want to come back, give it another shot. You from what I've heard, I haven't watched a lot of it. I feel like a lot of Lord of the Rings stuff has been a swing and a miss lately. So before you completely fucking ruin the IP for everyone, can you just let it cool off for a little bit and go do something else and just go pay someone else for their ideas since you can't come up with your own?
No, because they have to keep the rights, so they have to put something out.
That is a shitty but understandable part of the game. Honestly, I think at some point those contracts just need to be done away with. You have it for a period. You don't get to extend it just by using it. It ends when it ends, and then you can renegotiate. Overall, this isn't good for anyone in the long term. It's not good for the health of the IP, which overall is not going to be good for the company's bottom line. When you're just stringing along, making these shitty half-baked projects just so you don't lose the right to maybe cash grab later. Like, the whole thing is a failure. And at some point we'll
corporate America, baby,
back with cable once these things all collapse upon themselves.
Cable returned. I agree with you. And then Harles brings up a good point too that we've talked about. The Amazon show, this anime, they all have taken, and Peter Jackson's trilogy is beautiful in its own right and looks awesome. But there are other ways to do it, and there's a lot of pre-Jackson stuff that's good too, but it all looks the same. It's all starting to look the same now.
That's
We talked about this in our preview review where the art style for War of the Rohirrim had a different look and concept art to what it is now.
Because it's got to look like
even the Amazon show that's not even associated with it looks very similar. You could show it to people that have not seen comparison pictures, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's the same universe or same show."
Well, it's the same reason Todd Phillips shoehorned Christopher Nolan's much more successful Joker into his to get suckers to watch it that wouldn't watch it on its own merit. Just say, "Oh well, hey, well now that this can be tied to the Joker that you do like. I know how much you hate this one."
Yep.
But and it's just again, it goes back to that lazy and cheap thing, which it just does kind of bum me out. It's a very appropriate topic for a Monday, isn't it?
Yes, it is definitely a Monday topic. So we're both out. Not okay with it. What's up, Advent? We seen you pop in there.
Yeah, what up, Advent?
What up, brother? Appreciate you stopping by. You missed the fun earlier where we both had computer issues and the stream just floated in the ether for a little bit as we tried to figure it out. Both of us separately. Says Fourth Wing is being made into a show. If they don't ruin it, it'll be cool. I do not know what Fourth Wing is. No clue.
Oh. Is it going on the list? Going on the watch list?
It's a book, yeah. Fourth Wing, The Imperium. 2020 new adult high romance fantasy or romantasy. Anything about it?
Oh.
Came out. The first book came out in 2023.
Well, there you go. See, look at that. Boom.
Honestly, it's adult Ergon. I don't know what that means.
Fantasy erotica. Isn't that one of the books all the women are reading? Boom. I was just about to say like that. That's probably your quickest path, right? 50 Shades of Grey went that route. Wasn't that another
50 Shades of Gollum?
50 Shades of Gollum. It's smut. These are the kind of novels that I would accidentally stumble across when I'd go down to my grandparents' basement. It was one side.
Grandma, what are you reading down here?
Grandpa's side was John Grisham and James Patterson, and Grandma's side had a bunch of dudes that looked like Fabio on the cover.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's got a dragon on the cover, so
nice. Cool. Ooh, there you go.
50 Shades was originally a Twilight
fanfic.
I can see
wild.
That makes sense.
That's nuts.
That don't surprise me at all.
Your fan fiction making you millions of dollars. Man, 8-year-old Kev was on to something. I should have kept going with my Harry Potter fanfics. Yep.
Mills and Boone, romance novels. We'll be on the lookout for it. Kev. We missed anything today? As I know we had computer issues, so God only knows what we have and haven't got.
God only knows.
Was
pissed, right?
I do. We have one more thing.
Okay, good. Otherwise, I was going to start singing the Beach Boys.
That fucking... There must be something on my computer making that sound. Maybe I have a virus. Who fucking knows?
Easy there, Deltron.
Ultron. Mactron. Netflix has launched Moments, a new mobile feature that lets members save, rewatch, and share scenes from any Netflix TV show or movie. Kev, how much are you going to be using this shit?
If you guys think I'm having fun with the new video intros now, wait until I can send myself clips directly from Netflix. Right now, I got to bootleg them and hope that someone on YouTube has found that scene funny enough to upload so I can get the screen cap from that. Oh my God. How is anyone how else would you use this? Is this a thing? Would you send someone a scene from a funny Netflix show like, oh my God, LOL, check out
I don't know.
From Breaking Bad.
Fucking weird. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I love it. I'm going to use it for all the wrong reasons, and I think it'll be canceled within 2 months because of people like me.
Yeah, I just feel like there's going to be people like you doing crazy dumb shit, but I feel like there's just going to be some infringement, some copyright shit, something going to happen. This doesn't seem... I just don't see this working.
Nothing good can come from this. This is what happens when you try to be everything to everyone and you don't just stay in your lane and be like
powerhouse.
Netflix.
You be Netflix.
Time after time has failed to understand what they were. And I think part of that is because it was an unsustainable business model. They were never going to make money, I don't think, being Netflix. Sounds like a great idea. There's a reason
everybody
no
else
one had
wanted
done
to be
it
them, though.
before.
That's why there's so many other streaming services.
Well, because otherwise they were going to
them.
get priced. Yeah, they didn't want to lose it. Yeah, exactly. So everybody is now on this sinking ship together is essentially what is happening. And we're eventually probably going to go back to cable. I have no idea, but this is a really like you're not social media. Netflix also has games on their app now. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? Do you know about this? There are little 2D arcade games that you can play on Netflix. They have lost the plot from being a place that just used to send you the DVD that you wanted so you didn't have to go to Blockbuster. Like, what? This is not a necessary feature. I get what they're going for. The idea is I'm going to send you this clip, James, on your Instagram, and in order to watch the clip that I've just sent you, you're going to have a Netflix account. So when you open it up, it's going to
you're right. That's the way to do it.
Bring you to Netflix, and you're going to have to log in. I just don't think it's going to be a valuable addition.
I think you're right, man. I think that's correct.
What do I know? I just work at a technology company. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about shit. They specifically did not invite me to the IT meetings. Okay, I am not allowed there. There's a big sign that says, if you know this man, please escort him from the premises. All right. I don't know shit about this stuff, but I'm going to X to doubt on its success, but I'll be here to scoop up as many clips as I can in the meantime.
We're out. We're not a part of it. Okay, Kev. That's all we got today. That was my last topic. Shouts out to the people today. Harles, Headbug, Kang, Advent, Nate. I was Bite Size Vikes in here early. Bite Size Vikes was early when we were
was that when my power went out?
Kev's power went out. If you want to see what he looks like on screen, dead, shocked to death. Catch the first couple minutes. Then at some point you're going to see me disappear and him return. So shouts out to the real ones for sticking with us today. That was quite the start to today's show, but we got there. We got them all in. Kev,
that's right.
Outside of here, where can our fine feathered friends find you at?
Well, you'll be able to find me here a lot more often. I'll let James tell you about our upcoming live schedule, but make sure you've got notifications on because the videos are coming a lot more frequently. We have more preview reviews coming as well as clips. We're trying to cut out as many segments from the live show and get those uploaded. So if you miss us, if you don't catch every show from beginning to end, you'll still be able to keep up with the more interesting topics and some of the fun that we're having. So turn those notifications on. Other than that, man, Bite Size Sports, you can still catch us there on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can hear me on the play-by-play commentary for Carnage Media over at Carnage Media PPV. That about does it for me. More film updates probably for you next week, but nothing as of this moment. So follow me on Twitter or Instagram at KevNevic_. Whenever I'm allowed to start promoting that stuff, that will be where I do it first. So in the meantime, James, where can the folks at home find you after tonight?
Before the technical difficulties blew us up today, we did announce we are going to be live at 6 p.m. tomorrow for people that weren't watching early Advent. The Detective dDweeb makes its debut tomorrow. The Curious Case of Neil's Hair. We will figure this out. Sherlock Holmes, that's Kev. Mr. Watson.
I love that. I was going to say, is that our speaking of spinoffs, Sherlock and Kev coming to bookshelves near you.
Sherlock and Kev.
If Sherlock Holmes had a Dwight Schrute, it's going to be
great. That's tomorrow at 6. We'll be back here next Monday at 6 p.m. talking our favorite entertainment news of the week on this show, The Weekly Dweeb. Hopefully with better fucking luck starting the show. And then you can catch us every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Talking Star Wars on Han Shot First. We are hitting 5 episodes of Rebels this week. So come join us. Big ones this week. I haven't watched any. I've seen them all before, but there's some big ones. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you, everyone in the chat, especially people that stuck through our mess at the beginning. Apologies for that. We're all figuring it out on the fly. And to all our new subscribers, thank you very much. We are one away from 140, right? Is that right? 140? Yes. Come join us. Please like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Till next time, folks. We'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow.